Hello there, and welcome to Autology, the podcast that brings you the latest on automotive technology. I'm Amit Pandey, and in our special episode of Autology today, we will preview the upcoming Consumer Electronics Show, which is scheduled to officially open on January 7 in Las Vegas. The presence of cars in automotive technologies continues to grow at CES as the industry pivots to mass producing battery electric, hybrid, and software defined vehicles. Now, many will agree that CES as a platform was always used by the automotive industry to showcase the progress on autonomous driving technologies. If one may recall, at CES 2024, we saw automated level 4 parking solution, jointly developed technology by BMW and Valeo. It was particularly called the L4 teleoperated valet parking system. A similar automated parking solution was also showcased by Bosch and Carriad. Carriad is the software unit of Volkswagen. Now, interestingly, this system was able to guide EVs to spot empty parking spaces with EV charging stations, move the vehicle into those spaces, connect with the EV chargers, and begin the charging sessions automatically, and then move the vehicle away once the charging process is complete on its own to free up the parking space. This was a very interesting development. Last year, we also saw Continental and Umbrella demonstrated their jointly developed full stack autonomous driving solutions ranging from L2 to L4. We also had Innovis Technologies showcasing its LiDAR tech for level 4 autonomous capabilities on a Volkswagen ID Buzz. Now, while autonomy continues to be one of the key themes at the CES, last year we saw that artificial intelligence or perhaps innovative applications of generative AI in automobiles were all over the event. So whether it was Volkswagen partnering Cerence to integrate ChatGPT into its voice assistant for electric cars, or BMW collaborating with Amazon for its Alexa large language model, or even Mercedes-Benz teaming up with Azure Open AI to enhance personalized interactions and connect to automated driving and EV charging applications. So those were a few examples, particularly from the German car makers and their technology collaboration partners. Suppliers, so to say, were not left behind in showcasing innovative solutions. We saw Electrobit showcasing its own interactive operating system and cloud based electronic control unit virtualization. Then we saw Marelli showcasing its own software defined car interior solution powered by Snapdragon cockpit platform. We also had companies such as Hyundai Mobis and Herman demonstrating their respective innovative 3D display solutions last year. Then how can we forget Magna? Magna showcased its impaired driving detection system, which got a lot of eyeballs. We had Scipia displaying its driver and occupancy monitoring system. We had Forvia displaying its own in-vehicle emotion AI applications, and the list goes on. So broadly, if we look at the tech display at CES, particularly in the context of automotive industry, the tech can be categorized across four uh, main heads. So autonomous vehicle driving technology, software, connected car, and UI UX. Then we have battery and charging, if we put that in one basket, and innovative interiors and lighting solutions, we put that in one basket. To elaborate into what we can expect from the CES 2025 across these categories, we have Vivek Beriwal, Principal Analyst, and Om Sharma, Principal Analyst at S&P Global Mobility with us today. Hello, Vivek and Om. Thank you very much for joining today's episode of Autology.
Thank you for having me here, Amit.
Hello, and thanks for having me here.
Great. So, according to Consumer Technology Association, the organizers of CES, 309 companies from the Fortune 500 are going to mark their presence at the event, which will see exhibitors participating from more than 160 countries and territories across the world. Besides some high profile keynotes from CEOs of Nvidia, Panasonic Holdings, SiriusXM, and Volvo Cars, the CES 2025 is expected to see participation of companies such as Toyota, BMW, Honda, Continental, and Scout Motors, a brand that Volkswagen is trying to revive in the US, and many more. Interestingly, on January 6th, we expect Toyota chairman Akio Toyoda to be revealing the progress on Toyota Woven City, which is a unique idea of building a prototype city in Japan which is expected to see implementation of autonomous vehicles, robotics, and smart home connected technologies, and use of AI in very real world conditions. The Japanese car maker calls it a living laboratory. Then we have BMW, which is expected to unveil its first ever panoramic iDrive display, debuting its all new UI UX that is slated to see production in the upcoming new class range of EVs. There's a lot that BMW is betting on this range of EVs. So let's go to Vivek to begin with. Hey Vivek, can you please tell us a bit more about BMW's plans for CES 2025? What do we know about this panoramic iDrive display as of today?
Sure, Amit. Yeah, BMW is a good starting point. Uh, Talking of BMW's exhibits this year, the biggest reveal is expected to be the panoramic vision display system, uh, which is set to debut with the newest iteration of its iDrive infotainment system, as you already mentioned, in its new Class A family of electric vehicles, slated to be launched by late 2025. To give some background to the audience, this system was originally shown as part of the BMW iVision D concept, revealed back in March 2023. I'm sure more details will be announced at this year, and in 2023 IAA Mobility also they revealed more details about the system. So in a nutshell, the idea is to convert the windscreen into a projection surface, which will allow the driver to maintain their hands on the steering wheel and their eyes on the road at all times. The most essential information, such as speed, time, and media, will always be visible owing to increased light intensity and contrast onto a dark coated section at the lower edge of the windscreen. And above it, there will be an enlarged head-up display that will allow the driver and all passengers to interact with the environment in an augmented reality approach. So basically, BMW had proposed this panoramic vision as an intermediate display between a head-up display and an instrument cluster. The system ditches the conventional instrument cluster and central touchscreen and replaces it with a single display that stretches across the entire dashboard. And since it uses the extended black ceramic area of the windshield, it is less affected by sunlight than a normal head-up display, and therefore can be used as a replacement for an instrument cluster.
Thank you. But before we move forward, can you also quickly tell us about the Toyota Woven City? I find it a very intriguing concept.
Oh, absolutely. The Woven City is basically Toyota's smart city prototype with a fully autonomous community. And this is designed to test new technologies like automated driving, robotics, and artificial intelligence in a real world environment. Now, this idea was conceived back in 2018 as a joint venture among Toyota Denso and Aisin to unify and strengthen Toyota's software for the automated driving and safety applications. It was, back then it was known as the Toyota Research Institute Advanced Development, or TRIAD. Uh, if I remember correctly, in September 2023, Toyota said it will accelerate the implementation of software in social systems and vehicles, with an aim to transition into the phase of developing vehicle intelligence and use software in building a social system platform that included mobility. So all in all, I think what they're trying to do is, through this project, is enable and accelerate their transformation into a mobility company.
That is so interesting. I'm also hearing that Suzuki Motor Corporation is debuting at CES this year. So, Om, do you have the details?
Sure, this will be the first time for Suzuki Motor at CES. The Japanese automaker wants to highlight its manufacturing philosophy, Shoshokai Tanbi, which has helped it to thrive in highly competitive Kai car market in Japan, and also in protecting its market share in India, where competition has intensified, especially in the past 25 years. At the CES, Suzuki will showcase its manufacturing philosophy through two products. First is a Super Carry mini truck, which it produces and sells in Japan and also in some other markets in South Asia, including in India. And the second product is versatile micro e-mobility platform concept, which leverages Suzuki's expertise in advanced electric wheelchair technology. Two Japan-based companies, Lombi and Everblue Technologies, are already using Suzuki's uh, innovative platform for non-automotive applications. In addition, Suzuki partners Applied EV and Glideways will highlight their solution through display of their vehicles. Suzuki is partnering with Australian startup to develop an autonomous electric vehicle platform. The Japanese automaker is also an investor in Applied EV. Last month, Applied EV unveiled its sixth generation blank robot platform in partnership with Suzuki. The company is ready to complete the assembly of first 100 blank robot vehicles with body structures manufactured by its Japanese partner. Blank robot will be mainly used for last mile logistics services and in industrial operations. Another partner, Glideways, is a US-based startup that is developing autonomous shuttle for last mile connectivity. Suzuki invested in Glideways last year. The two companies are also in discussion on possible collaboration for joint development and production of these shuttles.
Thank you, Om. That sounds very interesting. I think with autonomous EV platforms, global car makers are looking to solve a lot of other problems beyond passenger mobility. And some of these applications are seen across industrial sectors, last mile logistics, etc. And this needs out of the box thinking, I believe. And in this context, I see Japanese and Koreans are really working to reinvent themselves. To my mind, at the moment, Suzuki is one example, and Kia with its purpose built vehicle platform is another example. So these are two prime examples that I could think of. By the way, Honda is also expected to make a splash at the event. Om, can you please tell us more on that?
Sure. Honda will be interesting to watch. Last year, Honda debuted Zero Series models at the CES. This year, Japanese automaker will hold the world premiere of two prototype models that will be uh, forthcoming Zero Series models, and the company is planning to launch these two models in global market in 2026. Honda will also introduce its in-house developed original vehicle operating system, which will be adopted by Zero Series models, which the Japanese automaker claims will be truly software-defined vehicles. These new models will also feature Honda's automated driving technology. If you remember, in 2021, Honda was the first car maker in Japan to debut level 3 automated driving technology on a limited volume model, which is sold there as Legend. In addition, Honda is planning to introduce a new energy service as part of its initiative towards sustainability. We expect more details on this at the event itself.
Great. So, Vivek, let me come to you. What do we know of Honda's in house developed original vehicle operating system that it plans to use in the upcoming Honda Zero Series models?
Yeah, the Zero Series basically symbolizes how Honda is undergoing a major transformation in line with its global brand slogan and electrification policy. Uh, as Om already pointed out, Honda world premiered the first Zero Series concept models, Saloon and Space Hub, at last year's CES. When it said it will also introduce its original vehicle operating system that will run these models, and I think more details will be made public at this year's CES. What we know so far is that Honda is betting the new operating system to drive its software-defined vehicle strategy. It's more or less certain that the operating system is specifically designed to maximize vehicle connectivity and functionality. It works in conjunction with an advanced system on chip to basically optimize the performance of automated driving functions and artificial intelligence capabilities. Obviously, this operating system will also support constant over-the-air updates and a personalized user experience overall.
Wonderful. So basically, we are awaiting a lot of details, and as you said, we expect more details to be revealed on the sidelines of this event. With Honda, I'm also reminded of the Sony Honda Mobility, which made a lot of headlines. Do we have any update on what the Sony Honda Mobility is up to? What happened to the electric sedan that they had showcased previously?
Yeah, Sony Honda Mobility is has always been there at the CES for the past 3 to 4 years, if I remember correctly. Just to give the audience a little bit of background, Sony Honda Mobility is a joint venture established by Sony and Honda in 22 to produce battery electric vehicles. The company plans to take pre-orders of the first Afeela brand vehicles in the first half of this year and deliver the first cars to the customers in North America to begin with, possibly sometime in 2026. At last year's CES, the company revealed an evolved Afeela prototype, which is precisely what they called it. We don't know if they plan to change the name from Vision S to something else or not, but what we know is that it's a smart vehicle that is driven by a powerful system on chip capable of nearly 800 trillions of operations per second. And it also supports an onboard machine learning and AI applications that, when combined with all the cameras and sensors, should deliver Sony Honda Mobility's goal of level 3 and level 2 plus autonomy. But what we also know is that the vehicle is well equipped to handle nighttime driving and bad weather, and will also get regular over-the-air system updates. And I've come to know that a lot of activity is going on behind the scenes as Sony Honda Mobility scramble to put this prototype into production by the end of this year itself. They have collaborated with Epic Games to develop a tool that simulates external conditions such as information for other vehicles, pedestrians, terrain, and weather, and combines this with augmented reality for an immersive user experience. This tool also provides a visually stunning 3D map overlaid with extensive metadata and uses Epic Games' Unreal Engine 5.3 version to incorporate sensing and vehicle data. And not to forget, they have also collaborated with Microsoft to develop a conversational personal agent using Microsoft Azure OpenAI service.
That's quite interesting. Uh, I'm reminded of a few suppliers, such as Continental, Hyundai Mobis, Electrobit, and they've continued to showcase some of the very innovative solutions at CES. They are also participating in CES 2025. What do we expect from these companies at the upcoming event?
Yeah, Continental has always been a trendsetter for sure. So let's begin with Continental. Uh, as if I remember correctly, the 2024 show, CES show, Continental demonstrated displays, including its crystal center display based on micro LED. Then there was this pillar-to-pillar curved into visible display that sewed together a bunch of LCD and LTPS TFT displays, as well as face authentication displays. This year, the Continental exhibit is far more diverse. Continental plans to unleash the full range of its software-defined vehicle innovations, including its automotive edge framework and virtualization, cloud solutions, and how these can be seamlessly integrated into its high-performance computers and zonal control units. Also expected to be demonstrated will be Continental's software solutions for future mobility, such as cabin sensing, holistic motion control, radar vision parking, and smart device-based vehicle access, among others. Then moving on, I think Continental is also set to unveil its invisible biometric sensing display, which happens to be an innovation award and honoree as well this year. Now this display features 3D distance mapping for airbag deployment and seatbelt monitoring, as well as contactless biometric sensing, which can track heart rate and other vital signs to identify potential emergencies. And then another big exhibit will be the premiere of what Continental calls the emotional cockpit, a display concept that combines the latest display technology with unique luxurious design elements from Swarovski. It's quite interesting. I mean, there are two displays that are framed in Swarovski crystals, which are organically integrated into the dashboard itself, and lends the entire unit a very seamless appearance. And additionally, there is a 12.3-inch TFT display equipped with full array local dimming technology. And there's this widget crystal, which is also encased in Swarovski crystals and basically serves as an interaction surface for an AI assistant and small interactive widgets. And hold your breath, they're not done just yet. There's this Aurora Borealis coating on all the in-car displays for an additional emotive feel. Now, just to let the audience know, Aurora Borealis is nothing but a more scientific name for northern lights, the geographical phenomenon. So yeah, Continental is seeking inspiration from geographic phenomenons as well. So yeah, all these functions and innovations that I've mentioned will be demonstrated in an intelligent demo car that senses its environment, anticipates user intention, and also interacts with the users. In a nutshell, we can say what Continental is trying to achieve is to combine various vehicle sensors with AI algorithms to offer a system solution for new software-defined vehicle architecture and a highly personalized user experience. Now, moving on to Hyundai Mobis. Hyundai Mobis has participated in CES for 10 consecutive years, and I think this year will be its 11th. This year, Hyundai Mobis' focus, like Continental, will be on user experience. The company will introduce 3 driver-centric technologies. First is holographic windshield display, which it has co-developed with German optics company Zeiss. For demo purposes, this system will be fitted on the new EV9, Kia EV9, and it features a panoramic projection of various driving information, navigation, and infotainment data across the windshield, and stretches from the drivers to the passenger seat. So I'm guessing it's like one of the many panoramic head-up displays that are being developed by suppliers globally. Hyundai Mobis plans to begin actual mass production of this display sometime in 2027. Next on display would be Hyundai Mobis' human-centric interior lighting system. As the name suggests, the system is designed for occupant well-being. It changes like, quote unquote chameleon according to the user's mood and situation, and can implement 32 different situational patterns, which in turn helps in reducing driver stress and motion sickness. According to Mobis, it also prevents dismounting hazards, avoids collisions when doors are opened, and uses ultraviolet C lights to keep the cabin sterilized and disinfected. Next comes the company's M-Brain, which is a brainwave based driver distraction care system. It analyzes the driver's brainwave information to monitor inattentive states such as drowsy driving in real time. If it discovers that the driver's attention is waning, it issues warnings through visual, tactile, and auditory signals. Moving on to Electrobit now, the company demonstrated its digital cockpit solution and interactive automotive operating system framework last year, and has already announced its exhibit for this year's event. Another interesting showcase would be Electrobit's new classification system for software-defined vehicles that provides automakers with a development roadmap. Also on display for the first time will be the EB Cobos Link, which is the company's new AutoSAR middleware for Android applications. It allows car makers to create future-proof cockpits that are software and hardware agnostic, while enabling customization and reconfiguration of features and functions. Worth mentioning here is that most of Electrobit's software-defined vehicle ecosystem, just like the 2024 edition, will be on display on the Sony Honda Mobility's Afeela prototype.
Fantastic, Vivek. That sounds like a lot of technology solutions are going to be showcased by these three companies alone. And by the way, what is that Swarovski crystals being used in the interiors of the car? That sounds like they're developing some solutions for really premium luxury cars out there.
Yeah, I mean, Swarovski crystals have been used by BMW, I think, in the past couple of years.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's just to give the occupants a premium feel. That's it. But interesting, jewelry components are also being finding their way into the dashboard.
To the dashboards, right. That reminds me of the lighting solutions. And technically, that is what the functionality of lighting solutions are. They basically can uplift or downgrade the appearance of a car. At the same time, on the interiors, it can uplift or downgrade the mood of the passengers. So, Om, would you like to elaborate on what kind of lighting solutions we are expecting at the CES 2025?
Lighting has become a key tool for automakers to differentiate their vehicles from those offered by rivals. It is a key enabler for safer driving and personalization. This is driving automotive lighting suppliers to showcase their latest innovations at events like CES. We already know companies such as Valio, AMS Osram, and OLEDWorks are participating in the event this year. Valio is showcasing its innovation in both front and rear lighting. The company is displaying front lights of Chinese model Lynk & Co G10 that features 224 RGB LEDs. This is the highest in any production vehicles, and it offers 226 lighting colors options for personalization. The front end also incorporates vertical light guides on either side of the hood, serving as daytime running lights and turn indicator lights. The main headlight function is provided by Valio's thin Belite ultra thin headlights. In another Chinese car model, the Zeekr 7X, the front fascia features more than 1700 LEDs to enable greater personalization. The front also has an illuminated logo as well as a horizontal line of light linking the two ultra thin dual function adaptive headlights. Valio is also displaying the rear lights of the Audi A6 e-tron electric car. Each rear light of the electric car features 10 OLED light panels, and each panel of offer 45 individually controllable light segments. The second generation OLED light panel is developed and supplied by OLEDWorks, and it ensures higher level of homogeneous light distribution. The digital OLED rear light offers customers option to select from 8 light signatures to personalize rear lighting as per their liking. OLEDWorks is also showcasing its OLED light technology separately at the CES. The personalization it offers is unmatched. However, OLED lighting technology has failed to take off so far despite being around for nearly 10 years. OLEDWorks is the only key supplier of this technology, and Audi remains the sole well-known OEM customer. Another tier 2 suppliers who will be participating at the CES is AMS Osram. The company will showcase EVOS SD25 micro LED light module designed for high resolution road illumination and light projection. Each SD25 micro LED light modules feature 25,600 pixels to offer high resolution glare-free high beam light and support projection of images and alerts as well as personalization messages on the road.
That's significant. Now, Vivek, let me come to you on the use of generative AI. So we know that as AI is seeing widening applications in cars, I'm sure many companies will be showcasing their AI-based solutions at the CES 2025. So can you please throw some light on it?
Sure. What's been fun about CES the last few years is we can never predict exactly what will make the most noise. That said, the software-driven vehicle has obviously gathered a lot of momentum in the year gone by. So the key trends that are expected to be witnessed at this year's event are definitely expected to be AI heavy. Let's start with location technology expert Here Technologies. The company will present at the CES a range of innovative solutions and partnerships, emphasizing its developments in AI, automated driving simulation, unified mapping architecture, and high precision road models. On show will be Here's a multi LLM generative AI vehicle guidance assistant. Now, this AI assistant aims to improve driver safety, route optimization, and estimated time arrival calculations for logistics and fleet managers. Next, in collaboration with a major cloud provider, Here Technologies will demonstrate an advanced driving assistance and automated driving simulation tool that merges artificial intelligence, natural language processing, and 3D map data to simulate real world driving scenarios. The company is also unveiling a unified mapping architecture tailored for the software defined vehicle era. This is expected to provide automakers with semantically aligned, detailed map data, which is crucial for various vehicle functions that rely on high quality location data. Next, the US based company Tweddle Group, which provides product support service to global OEMs, will showcase its Advanced Vehicle Assistant or AVA platform at the CES. AVA is basically a flexible AI powered multimedia information app that integrates into the vehicle's center console and is designed to deliver hands-free product information through voice interaction. Moving on, LG Electronics and Ambarella have announced their collaboration to showcase LG's latest in-cabin driver monitoring system. This system is powered by Ambarella's CV25 AI system on chip and is already in production with a global unnamed OEM, obviously. The integration of Ambarella's CV25 SoC enables the system to perform real-time analysis of in-vehicle high-resolution video, supports accurate object recognition, smoothens high-definition video processing, and high-energy efficiency. This chipset's production uses 10 nanometer process technology and ensures quality imaging in various lighting conditions. Then moving on to Kyocera. Kyocera will return to CES this year with advanced mobility and technology solutions that features artificial intelligence, autonomous driving components, and more. Kyocera's exhibition will feature an array of advanced products, including high definition aerial displays, AI ranging cameras, and underwater optical wireless communications as well. Additionally, Kyocera plans to display cutting-edge components and systems such as millimeter wave solutions for autonomous driving, gallium nitride components, and a broad selection of electronic components from Kyocera's AVX Components Corporation division. Lastly, moving on to Canada-based company Ledar Tech, which has announced CES 2025 participation to demonstrate its AI-driven LiDAR vision technology for vehicle automation. The company plans to highlight several LiDAR vision-inspired products tailored for different applications. These include the LiDAR Vision Surround Level 2 Plus, designed to extend front view configurations for full surround view ADAS capabilities. Then the LiDAR Vision Front Entry, which is optimized for in-lane highway assist, and also the LiDAR Vision Parking, which offers a solution for intelligent parking assist and remote parking applications. These products are aimed at improving safety, efficiency, and performance in various operational design domains.
Wow, there's a lot going on this front as well. So this was a very interesting conversation, and I can go on and on as there's so much to cover on CES 2025. On a personal note, if someone asks me, then I would really look forward to hearing the keynote from the Waymo CEO. There are so many other companies on battery and charging equipment that are expected to showcase some of the innovative solutions. But there's only so much we can cover. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's episode. A big thank you to you both, Vivek and Om, for taking out time from your busy schedules for joining Autology.
Thank you for having us, Amit.
Thank you for having us, Amit.
And thank you to all of you listeners for tuning in as well. We'd love to hear your thoughts on today's episode at our email, autology@spglobal.com. And you can find out much more at autotechinsight.ihsmarket.com. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe, follow, and like buttons to stay on track with the latest Autology podcasts. And we look forward to you joining us again in the next episode. Bye for now.